Le visa d'or du reportage humanitaire du CICR. Le jury était composé de Daphné Anglaise du New York Times France, Armel Canitro de La Croix, Cyril Drouet du Figaro Magazine, Magdalena Herrera de Géo, Jérôme Huffert de Paris Match et David-Pierre Marquet du CICR. J'appelle sur le plateau pour remettre le prix le président du jury, Georgios Komninos de la délégation du CICR en France. Georgios.
Nous sommes extrêmement contents et très satisfaits de pouvoir remettre le visa d'or humanitaire du CICR à Diana pour le travail réellement fantastique et plein de sensibilité qu'elle a réalisé au Congo sur une problématique qui est les violences sexuelles faites aux femmes dans les situations de conflit. Pas simplement les images des victimes, des femmes victimes de ces violations, de ces violences, mais aussi une image qui est porteuse d'espoir, une image de justice, une image de lutte contre l'impunité. Ça, je dois dire que c'est quelque chose de remarquable dans son travail.
Sexual violence is something that's extremely difficult to convey and to discuss, to report on, because you never really see the crime, you never really see visual repercussions of the damage. I mean, if someone loses a leg, of course you can see what's happened, but often with victims of sexual violence, you can't see the damage. It's not as visible. And so yes, this trial really helped to visualize, to allow the story to be told in a visual way. It wasn't the first trial, but it was the most significant trial to date. And the reason it was most significant is because of the number of soldiers that were on trial, which was, I believe it was 37. At a previous trial, a year prior, there had only been one soldier present because all of the other accused had fled before. And so here you had 37 that were present in the courtroom. Still a relatively small number when you think that there were 1,000 people in 10 days that were violated. The women were reacting in different ways to the fact that they were about to testify in front of the men who may have raped them. A lot of them were there with their babies because they're thrown out by their families and communities, and so there's nobody to take care of their children while they're at this trial. So the back room was full of babies. So sometimes they were just playing with the babies and amused by them and seemed generally kind of, okay. But I think they were doing that to sort of distract themselves. And some women were really paralyzed by fear. Like absolutely, trembling and in fear. And the psychologist had to attend to them and basically explain to me that they had symptoms of PTSD that were resurfacing now because they had blocked the event out of their head, tried to move on with their lives as much as they could, and now they had to recall all of these events in order to give a truthful testimony and do it in front of the people that may have attacked them, even though they would be disguised, but still. And a lot of the women that testified were already previously victims of rape that were housed at a rape shelter. The war on women in Congo is ongoing, and it's to some extent invisible. It comes into the view of the public and the media here and there. The reason why this trial even happened was because it happened during a time, the rapes happened during a time when the world was watching Congo, because the M23 took over Goma. But this isn't something that's unusual in Congo. There's mass rapes that happen all the time that people never hear about, or nothing's ever done about it. So I think it's very important that organizations like ICRC continue the fight for doing something about sexual violence in conflict.